There's this thing that the narcissist does that you might not even be aware of. They make you do this and you don't even realize you're doing it, yet it really, really affects you. It skews the way that you think, the way that you think about yourself, the way that you interpret reality. But at the time when it's happening, you're not really aware that it's happening. It's not necessarily just triggers, but does play a part of it. Watch this video because I'm going to explain more. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, we're talking about what the narcissist makes you do. What is it that they kind of make you do without you even really being aware that this is actually happening? The narcissist makes you think this about yourself, and then when you think this about yourself, you then adapt your behavior and you become different. And in that, my friends, when you do become different, this really, really affects your self-esteem. It really affects you moving forward and the way that you kind of interpret people, situations, how, it really affects the way how you think about things, being able to trust yourself, being able to trust others. I want to talk more about this in the video, but before I do, I just want to mention that I do go live on this channel once a week. And if you have any questions or there's something on your mind, I would say join the live stream because it is a great place to be. Who says healing has to be boring? We've got an amazing, supportive community that are on the live. Actually, most weeks, most of the time, they are the regulars. So you will feel really supported, and sometimes it can be really lighthearted as well. So if you're interested in joining the live stream, do check the description box below, but also do check the community tab because I post all of the updates and everything over on there. So my friends, how the narcissist makes you want to do exactly this, and that is the way that you see yourself, the way that you interpret things that are going on around you. It's because of the gaslighting, because of the lies, this makes you feel rather unstable in the fact that it's not that you're unstable, it's the way that you're seeing things, because the narcissist has gaslighted you into thinking the same way that they do. It's like you have a skewed way of seeing people, emotions, social cues, all of it. It just makes you feel like you don't really have a grasp on reality, or you don't feel yourself. So what happens when you are feeling like this? It makes you emotionally vulnerable. And when you are feeling emotionally vulnerable, you then become reliant on the narcissist. And that is what I'm talking about, is how the narcissist makes you feel dependable on them or reliant on them for things. And the narcissist very cleverly does this by changing your perspective, changing the way that you think about things. And it is done covertly, it is done over time. It's almost as though they put you in this trap where you are just stuck thinking about them, thinking about what they're doing, thinking about certain things that they have said and done, and each specific thing will be very personal to you. It doesn't mean that it's like I can say this general, like they do this and then you're going to think this, because what happens is the narcissist uses your triggers, uses the information that they know about you, and they use that against you. So they take your triggers, things that you have told them, like deep, very meaningful secrets, things about yourself, and they use this to get you to attach onto them or hook onto them in quite a maladaptive way. And the reason why, this is so bad, the reason why they're doing this is because they don't want you to leave. They don't want you to go. So if you're relying on them, it means that you need them. You need them for something. So you need them, whether they make you reliant on them emotionally, financially. It could be that socially, maybe you've got a job through them. They will make you feel stuck in this prison and you feel like you can't let go. I mean, how many times when you've been in this dynamic have you thought, I really don't want to do this, I really don't want to be here, but I kind of have to be? Because there's so many things, so much of your lives are intertwined. And again, this is done especially, you know, at the beginning of the relationship. I mean, it can be very endearing that, you know, someone gives you so much attention, someone gives you so much praise, someone gives you so much of themselves, you know, and it feels great because, you know, it feels like that person is very invested, very interested in you and wanting to make your life feel better, making you, you know, feel as though you are getting somewhere. Like this feels like a relationship that is, you know, becoming strong, that is going somewhere, that is moving forward. And in some sense, you know, we could look at this and think, oh yeah, you know, like the narcissist is making you codependent on them. And that is exactly it. They are making you dependent on them. Not that you're codependent, they make you feel dependent on them. This is part of their attachment disorder. This is part of the way that they are, the way that they interact with others. They want people to need them, to want them, because that makes them feel important. Think about it, right? If you're feeling important and somebody needs you, somebody wants you, okay, this is going to give you so much validation. You are going to feel valid in that person's life that, you know, you don't want that to stop. So when someone is giving the narcissist this validation, they don't want it to stop. So they're going to keep it carrying on, which is why they make you feel reliant, dependent on the narcissist. For whatever it is, it could be a combination of these things that I talked about. That makes you need the narcissist for something, for them. And it takes away your independence. It takes away from you thinking that actually, do you know what? I don't actually need the narcissist for this, or I don't actually need them for this, whatever they said it is. And it's about you seeing past this and looking past it and thinking, hold on a minute, do I actually really need them? Is it something that is going to, I don't know, elevate me in my life? Is it something that I actually need them for? And so just think, like, actually, before the narcissist came along, you didn't think like this. You didn't behave like this. This wasn't a thing for you. It's only when the narcissist has come in, have you thought, you know, like, oh, okay, maybe it's like this and I need them for whatever it is. It is not because of that. It's not that at all. And that is what you have to use your discernment. You have to think past this and realize that actually you are not dependent or reliant on the narcissist. They make you do this because of one reason. They don't want you to leave. And it's not because they're in love with you and they want you in that capacity. That's not what this is about. They want your validation, your attention. Okay, and in order for you to do that, you have to feel trapped. You have to feel like you're being conditioned into giving them that. And that is why they trap you. That is why they like to keep you small, thinking small, that this is your fault, that's not done properly, this needs to be done, that needs to be. They get you to think like this. And it's not like that at all. So you have to look past this and think, okay, am I really reliant? Am I really a codependent person? Is that person using my triggers against me, okay, for me to feel trapped? This could be, do you know, this isn't just because you're in the relationship now. It could be even after the relationship. For those of you who have children or you've got assets with the narcissist, think about it. Do you really need them around in the capacity that you do? They make themselves indispensable. All right, because they want to know what you're doing. They want to know. They want to be able to know that they are affecting you in some way, that you are still going to be thinking about them, that you are still going to be needing them for something. So this is all part of the attachment disorder. They have got to feel needed, otherwise they don't feel important. They don't have the sense of self, so they need somebody else to be able to provide that for them. So what better way? If you make someone hooked, reliant on you, then that person isn't going to leave. Think about it. it's not that it's cleverly done. It's just the way that they are, the way that they look for things, the way that they need this actual thing. They need it from you in order for them to be able to function, to be able to go forward. So look upon this, right? Take yourselves out of the equation for a moment and just look at your life. Maybe the narcissist got you a job because if it's a friend of a friend of a friend. Okay, but you don't actually need the narcissist in order for you to be able to conduct the job. Maybe you have children with the narcissist. Do you really need to keep all that communication? Do they really need to know as much information as they do? Probably not. You know, those are just a few examples of where you might feel like you are reliant or you're codependent on the narcissist. Obviously, like, each and every situation is different, and so it's going to exist in different capacities. But this is just for you to have a think about that actually, you know, do I really need them for this? And again, this is part of the illusion that the narcissist creates, part of the illusion to get you thinking that this person is indispensable, that this person you cannot get rid of. Because remember, their main trigger is rejection. So when the narcissist doesn't feel like they're wanted or they're not needed, this for them is like abandonment. It's about rejection. This triggers their core wound. And they don't want to feel that. So they're going to avoid it at all costs. But can you see how it then affects you? See how their need to not feel abandoned, to not feel rejected, they leave you stuck, thinking that you can't leave, that you are nothing without them. You're never going to find anyone as good as them. Or if it's saying it's in a family dynamic, it makes you think that, you know, this is your family, you've got to do this. But you know what? Respect works both ways. So if you're feeling trapped in a dynamic and you're thinking that you can't leave, or you don't have any, like, you can't make a decision, or you don't feel good enough within yourself to be able to do this, think again, like, is that really the truth? Because you do have the capacity. It isn't what someone has made you believe about yourself. It's not about that. You have to take your own power back, and you have to use, you know, your own discernment. Think about it. How is that someone is keeping you stuck? Someone has this power over you. That's not what this is about. You have to step out of it and think, you know what? I don't actually need this person. I don't need to stay stuck thinking this about myself, because that narrative is what is going to keep you in this perpetual cycle with the narcissist. You're never going to be able to move on, because you're going to be stuck thinking that you need them, that you want them for something. And this trauma bond, this is part of the trauma bond, my friends. This is part of the trauma. It's going to keep you stuck thinking that you need this person. You don't. You don't need anyone. You just need yourself. So guys, if any of you are going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below if you are interested. I've also got a mentorship program, and I've also got a journal club. And this is a great resource to work alongside any therapy or counseling that you are receiving at the moment. Please check the description box for more details. I've also got the Discord server, which is absolutely free for you to join, and is a community of like-minded individuals, people who have gone through similar experiences like you have. So it's very much kind of like a peer support. And if you're interested in joining, I would say please see the description box below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this video has helped, and I'll see you in the next one.